Hey champion, remember last week when I talked to you about what is a narcissist? Let me make sure that I make myself clear. Not all narcissists are created equal, nor should we treat them equal. Should you keep them around? I'm going to show you and tell you how to deal with them with grace. Stay tuned. That person is golden because that's how they portray themselves to be many times. So we're going to talk about that, and I want all the champion knowledge and things that I have gone through that has helped me and has also helped others, and I want to make sure that we are all supporting each other in this community. Hello champion, this is Adya-Shere with UnMutingMe coaching. I'm going to give you some tips on how to deal with a narcissist with grace. Yes, I said with grace, meaning that if you want to keep them around, you have to know how to deal with them, because you may have to deal with them regardless. This could be in the workplace, or this could be because you are in a relationship with a narcissist. Like I said, each to its own. If you prefer to keep a narcissist in your life, let me show you how and tell you some tips that I've learned on how to deal with them. So let me make sure you understand what a narcissist is again. These people take self-centered to the extreme. These people like to think themselves of being high and mighty. But in my last video, I talked to you about what a narcissist is. But I want to explain to you specifically the different type of narcissists. So there's two types of narcissists. One is the overt narcissist. Yes, overt narcissist. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I want you to know, champion, is that there are two types of narcissists. Not all narcissists are the same. So there's one being the overt narcissist, and the second one is the covert narcissist. Let me talk about the two. So what an overt narcissist is someone that is high and mighty. It's obvious to spot them. They're very obvious, very easy to spot, champion. These are the people that you see at the party. They become the life of the party. They like to carry that type of characteristics. And these people are more of the extrovert type people. It's very easy to notice these people, to be honest. All narcissists like to manipulate. I don't want to pull that away from the conversation, because a narcissist is a master of manipulation anyway. But there's two types. Yes, the one that is the life of the party, and I'm not saying people that are life of the party are the ones that are overt narcissists, but an overt narcissist are very easy to spot even when they don't know that they're a narcissist. And if you want to know what a narcissist is in the generalized definition, go back and look at my other video. The second one is the covert narcissist. Covert narcissist. A covert narcissist is the complete opposite of an overt narcissist. You following me? All right, so let's go back. Covert narcissists are those people that are not easy to spot. They are less obvious and they're very sneaky. These people can be very dangerous, because an overt narcissist, a person like that, is very easy to spy. You may notice that this person, you caught this person in a lie completely. You caught them in a lie completely, and it's very obvious. Like I said, they like to be the big, grand type person. An overt narcissist is a person that's very arrogant. It's obvious that they're arrogant, but a covert narcissist is not. These people, in a way, like to portray themselves as being shy or humble. Yes, champion. These people are more of the introvert. They appear to be introverts, and they may honestly pretend to be codependent as well. So I want to make sure that you understand this. So these are, the overt is the grandioso narcissist, and the covert is the one that's a little bit more vulnerable. They appear to be a little bit more vulnerable. Nonetheless, the same thing that they have in common is that they care about themselves, hands down. They care about themselves, hands down. And on top of that, when you look at a covert narcissist, is that these people, since they tend to appear to be more humble, they tend to be more, maybe a little bit more shy that I mentioned. They don't brag or boast about themselves as much. Here's an example of a covert narcissist. A covert narcissist may be the person that looks like they want to save the world. They want to save the world. They want to give to charity. They want to go up and beyond at the job. But they do this with a different intent. I'm not saying that a person that wants to give to charities, a person that wants to do a good job in their workplace is a bad person or a narcissist. I'm just saying that these people that are covert narcissists have a different intent. They do that in a way to receive praise. They want to receive praise in a way to where they look like they are the good guy. If that makes sense. I want to make sure that we understand that. A covert narcissist look like they are a good guy. They do not look like an overt narcissist. I want to make sure that I'm clear with that. They tend to be more hidden. Their intent tends to be more hidden, and also they appear to be the good guy, and they don't appear to be that person that's an arrogant, boastful type person. They like to get their narcissism supply in other ways. Nonetheless, the goal of a narcissist is a person that wants all the attention. They want all of the attention. And nonetheless, these people are still less empathetic towards people. They don't have much empathy. They don't have any. They can't connect, period. Here's an example of someone that could be in a relationship with someone that's a covert narcissist. A covert narcissist could be the person that, honestly, you can be having a serious conversation with them about what you need, and they will either pretend like they're bored or they're not listening, or sometimes they can flip it, because sometimes with these covert narcissists, they tend to seem to connect with you emotionally, but they're really not. They're just doing it in a way to manipulate you to win you over. They won't meet you in the middle. They will not meet you in the middle, champion. So I want to talk to you on how to deal with these type of people, how to deal with a narcissist with grace. Should you keep these people in your life, or should you have to deal with these people anyway? The first one is, don't be the doormat. Don't be their doormat. What I mean by that is that you need to unmute yourself. When you are dealing with a narcissist, it is very hard for you to have a voice. This is an opportunity for you to advocate for yourself, meaning that you cannot be a doormat. You have to speak up and call it out. You have to be able to call it out, because if not, they're going to run over you. And in order to do that, champion, you have to set boundaries. Boundaries are not easy if you're not used to doing it. And when I say set a boundary, I mean you need to enforce the boundary that you set with them. Meaning that this also gives you confidence. Because when you are dealing with those type of people, they can definitely tank your self-esteem. They can tank your self-worth. So you want to, number one, don't be a doormat, and unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, meaning you are going to speak up and you're going to advocate for yourself, because you need that. And when you do that, you will start to be more confident, more full, have more life, because you're worth everything. And if they don't see you for who you are, oh well, but don't be a doormat for them. Give yourself a voice and unmute yourself. That's tip number one. Tip number two, create space between these people. Yes, physical, personal space between these people. I am saying that is that you definitely have to distance yourself from these people, and your intent is to not hurt them. It's just to protect yourself. It's because they can, at the end of the day, dealing with a narcissist, they can make you frustrated, confused, and exhausting. And to prevent that and to protect yourself, you have to create space between you. If you're at work, you may want to move office space. If you are dealing with someone that you have to deal with outside of work, create that distance so you can give yourself time to heal, because sometimes they can drain you completely. And if you don't give yourself that personal space, you can be in a detrimental situation because of the narcissist, because like I said, they will take your self-worth. Number 2, create space. And the last and final tip that I'm going to give you, champion, is take a narcissist with a grain of salt. Take a narcissist with a grain of salt. What that means is don't take what they say personally. Because with a narcissist, they don't have high self-esteem. They appear to have that, but they don't. They're actually very, very miserable. And when I say don't take things personal and take what they say or take them with a grain of salt, is because a lot of times they could lie, and lie. And with those type of people, their lies can sound like it's the truth. But you want to be careful with these people, particularly a covert narcissist, because when they lie, it appears to be real. It appears to be true. And overt, you can kind of look at it and be like, dude, that doesn't even sound right. With a covert narcissist, it's the complete opposite. It does sound real, but they do that to fill themselves up. So they look for all these other external things to make themselves feel better. And one thing about a covert narcissist is you may see these type of people, they may be depressed, but you would never know because they won't own it up. They won't own up to what's happening to them, especially if they're not getting a supply from those other things. So you may see some of these people having addictions. Yes, addictions, drugs, sexual abuse, sexual drug abuse, gambling, anything, because they need that type of supply to make themselves feel good. And if they're not getting it from you, from their other supply, they're going to get it from somewhere else. So these people definitely may have some type of addiction. You just got to be very, very careful. So my 3 tips is, yes, number 1, don't be their doormat. Don't be their doormat. Speak up for yourself. Advocate for yourself, because when you do this, you come to love yourself and you build more confidence within yourself dealing with a narcissist. Number 2 is creating that space, creating that personal space with the narcissist so you can heal, you can go back and reflect on you, so then you can come to love yourself a little bit more. And then number 3 is don't take what they say and don't take it with a grain of salt, meaning that don't take what they say personally. And when I mention that, don't take it with a grain of salt, is because if you call a narcissist out, they will manipulate. And like I said, with that cop, they become cops. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So they will start to use things that you've told them before against you to get a reaction from you. But don't take it with a grain of salt, because honestly, it's not you, it's them. They're unhealthy and they want to make you feel unhealthy, so then they can feel empowered, they can feel powerful, high and mighty, and feel like they have the one up on you. Don't take what they say personally. It can be very difficult because they can use even your deepest secrets that you've shared with them against you. But remember, it's not you at the end of the day, it is them. They need to deal with themselves because they themselves are unhealthy. So this is Adya-Shere with UnMutingMe coaching, of learning how to deal with a narcissist with grace. Like I said, each to his own. Should you need to be with them, be around them. I hope these tips help you because they have helped me. So I'm not saying that you should exit and kick out all the people that have these characteristics. I'm not saying everybody that is a narcissist, but you may have some of these traits, some of these characteristics, and then you have some that are very, very severely narcissistic people. This is Adya-Shere. I am so happy to see you. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them down in the comment. Make sure you subscribe to Your Best Life and join our community as we push through this journey together. Much love. Take care.